Okay, so welcome to my video 100-day video series. I skipped some days there to take a break, man. I've been I've been tired. I've been really tired and exhausted. But then we're right back at it again. So today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite things to see on the internet, which is the story of Ngoni Zashe, this beautiful wife. Their beautiful love story. I followed it on Twitter. I followed it on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel now. They dropped a video about how they got married in 75 days, how they met. I think they're gonna be doing a whole series. I'm looking forward to watching all of that stuff because I think that I'm realizing it now. Because initially, when the story came out and they were talking about their experiences, I was a bit critical on how they were handling the whole thing. Where I was like, "Oh, you don't have to do this much PR," because I was also think I was projecting, which a lot of people I think are also doing with the situation, where we project our fears of failure, in this case in relationships, onto other people who seem to be having a much easier time with this area of life. And then I took some time. I had to kind of reflect, and I started now to appreciate what Goni is doing with his YouTube, which is YouTube thing, telling his story, owning his narrative, because we have a lot of nonsense on social media. We have, especially where I'm from in Zimbabwe, we just have an overwhelmingly large percentage of nonsense on our internet. So we don't have a lot of people that share positive stories, people that share things like working out, people that share their secrets to the things that they are succeeding at in life. And part of it, I think it comes from the fact that for example, for me, I don't want to project again. For me, I'm afraid of failing publicly. At least I'm afraid of failing publicly after appearing as though you are this guy who has got all of the answers, and then now you fail. Now you have to go and explain to the people, and then at the same time now you have to experience your own failure. That's what I was afraid of, and I probably am afraid of when it comes to things like relationships and like dating and being married and then sharing all of that stuff online. Yeah, now you have to deal with the thread of your own marriage, and then you have to deal with the attention that's coming from the internet. But I think it shouldn't be that way. I think married people who are doing it really well, or people who are in really great relationships, should tell their stories, should tell us about how it's working out. It shouldn't be the case that our social media should always be filled with people whose relationships are not working, for whose marriages are failing, and who is cheating on who, and none of this stuff. A lot of it is building or is pushing any of us forward, or like giving us information. And the spread of information is the things that propel a civilization. And I think that if we want to improve our society, we should have people like Ngoni Zashe and others telling more and more of their stories. For example, how one became a software engineer, or whatever, or you're working at this bank, or you're like that. We're not even sometimes saying, because sometimes the thing that comes off as is like you're asking for people for the secrets. Sometimes it's just enough to tell people what you did. Maybe you don't know exactly what triggered you to get to where you are, or what like really activated the wheels, or like the wheels of fortune in your favor. But then in telling your story, you can like start to inspire and motivate and make people believe that, no, you know what, it is possible. Because like I'm watching the series and I'm thinking, So if I wanted to get abroad and get married and really do it and go all the way, I could probably do it. I could probably do it. And and I'm now asking myself, like, man, like, if like there's like 10 people that are telling the stories, will it change the narrative about the current dating market and all of this stuff, everything that's happening outside? Would it start to change the way that we think and approach our relationships? And I think it definitely would. If people started sharing more about the success stories that they have about their careers, how they got a job, how they managed to succeed in this thing or another, could that start to change the way that we look at things in terms of how we can build and succeed? Yeah, it would. So I think what I can conclude this video with saying is that whatever you are doing, wherever you are, you should try to tell the good story. Maybe it's about our country, maybe it's about your relationships or your life or anything that's happened. You should try to tell the good story, not because you are boasting or not because you are better than everyone, but because you are doing it for the greater societal good. That's what I want to just start trying to do more and more. That's the goal of this channel anyways. So yeah, thank you for watching. Looking forward to see you on the next one.